We have a huge Ancient Summoning banner arriving in Watcher of Realms tomorrow. This one's no joke. It is the debut of Pierre, and it is the second time ever we have had Ezareth on Raid Up. He had his debut a few months ago. This is his first rerun ever, and it's pretty important because at the time of his release, we knew he was fantastic. I don't think we knew that he would be the second best legendary lord in the game. That's where I have him ranked. I think he is truly that good for both PvE and PvP. The devs are putting out more content and more strategies to make Cultist a more and more relevant faction, and he is by a mile the best lord in that faction. It's pretty incredible what we've seen with Ezareth. And since his original release, he's actually gotten better, a lot better, in a way we never could have expected through a buff that I'm going to break down in this video. So a lot of players, especially heavy spenders and endgame players, are going to summon way more aggressively on this banner to get Ezareth dupes than they would have the first time around. But we'll come back to that later. Let's kick it off with Pierre. This video is going to be short. It's going to be sweet. I want to get you the information as quickly as possible because very likely you will watch this right before you summon on the day this banner launches, on Saturday, on Valentine's Day. So if you're watching this then, happy Valentine's Day. If you want to do me a favor, wish my girlfriend Soup a happy Valentine's Day in the comments. Pierre's crazy, right? Like, he continues to impress me. He's so unique. He's so fun to use. Frankly, playing with your Pierre is one of the coolest things you can do right now in Watcher of Realms. The way he summons his Prismark and the abilities his Prismark has as both an AoE beast, a very solid single target option, and a very solid tank, it's so much in just one thing. And this is only one piece of his kit. Yes, it's the primary piece of his kit. It stacks in a phenomenal way. The Prismark, along with the different Prismites that he summons, right? He's got the Prismite Malachites for single target, the Prismite Cobalts for AoE. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch my Pierre guide. I can't stop posting videos about Pierre. I find him too interesting. And then there's actually Pierre himself, who's like being the summoner, gaining the rage, and synergizing very well in a lot of comps, especially with Rosalia, who came out today at the time of filming. She gives him a fantastic bond skill. He gives her a very interesting one, especially if you get her at High Awakenings. But all in all, Pierre is a superstar, honestly. The only Ancient exclusive unit in the game at the time of filming this, non-Lord, the only non-Lord Ancient exclusive legendary in the game that I can confidently say he is worse than at the time of filming is Valara. Now, is there a chance he's better than Valara? Maybe like the smallest chance ever. You never know what content's coming, but Valara is going to remain the queen, but he very well could be the second best Ancient exclusive non-Lord in the game, and I think he's going to scale wonderfully with future content. The kit is pretty overpowered, and when you get the bond skill and when you get the A1, he is able to get these stacks of overlay so quickly and then enable that perspective effect so quickly that he is a crazy damage option. He's going to ignore, shred, whatever you want to call it, 25% of the magic resistance, that's the magic defense, as a base. It's pretty phenomenal stuff. So is this a must-pull banner? That's kind of the question I've been toying with. I think no, but I think for a lot of people, yes. You know, if you don't have Ingrid or Valara, could you totally justify skipping this banner? Absolutely. But is this the first banner since the rise of Ingrid and Valara that I actually would be okay with players pulling on, even if they don't have Ingrid and or Valara? I think so. I mean, Ezareth is second to Ingrid, and you could argue he's better than Ingrid in a decent chunk of content right now. And Pierre is really second only to Valara. Yes, Valara is insane, but Pierre has his own kind of special touch, painter's finesse in the arena and PvP content, right? He's not Valara, but he's close and can dominate in his own fashion. And in PvE, especially if you have Rosalia, I think there's a lot of places he shines just as bright. We're not going to get a Valara or Ingrid banner anytime soon. I mean, for months, assuming the devs stick to their normal release patterns. So if that is the case, is this a good moment to summon for this banner, which is arguably a top 3 banner of all time, certainly a top 5 Ancient banner of all time? I think it really is. Now, if you have Ingrid and Valara, there's really no reason not to summon on this banner except for one, and that reason is speculation. You think the new Infernal Lord that has been teased is coming soon, and you think that unit is even stronger than we're expecting, by all means, wait. Especially if you have A1 Ezareth and you're not interested in Pierre. I think it'd be insane not to be interested in Pierre, but you could wait. I know there are some people that are just saving for when the second ever Legendary Lord from the Supreme Arbiters comes out. The second one after Praetus, since at this point, Praetus is only so good. He's my third-ranked Legendary Lord in the game. He's only so good because he's the only, right? He's the only Legendary Lord from the Arbiters, which is such a good faction. But the second we get another one, that's going to almost certainly take his spot and be, at a minimum, a top 3 Legendary Lord in this game. So maybe you're just hoarding aggressively for that because you think it's coming soon, or you just think it's going to be so good you can't miss out. But outside of that, how do you not summon for these two, especially if you already have Ingrid and Valara, and especially if your Ingrid's already A3 or higher? It's hard not to. So why is it hard not to? Because Pierre is so unique. He's instantly going to be meta or just off meta in a whole slew of content. Like I said, go watch my many Pierre videos already. And then Ezareth is just about as endgame as it gets. Phenomenal for progression, incredible synergies in his faction, and let's get to the big buff he got. If you care about PvP, specifically Guild Wars, they recalibrated the way he earns BP. And after they did that recalibration, or whatever you want to call it, rebalancing, he is the second highest BP unit in the game after Yovar. If you don't know, Legendary Lords get bonus BP for being Legendary Lords. There are different multipliers for each Awakenings. I can make a video on that one day if you want. I'm sure other content creators would already have content like that, more PvP-oriented guys. But Legendary Lords get a multiplier. Ezareth is going to get a multiplier because he's a Legendary Lord, and he has the second highest BP of any Legendary Lord in this game after Yovar, which puts him firmly as the second highest BP unit in this game, full stop. Only Yovar is ahead. Yovar is a great Legendary Lord. Ezareth is a phenomenal Legendary Lord. So both as a hero, as a BP mule, as a leader of his faction, he is crazy. So is it a must pull? I don't think I can call it a must pull because I can think of those couple situations where people can or even should skip. Like if you're missing Ingrid and Valara and you're not in a rush and you're happy to keep hoarding, I think you could definitely justify skipping. Again, I don't think everyone in that situation could, but it's kind of up to you. Then there's people that just feel good where they are. Maybe they already have A1 Ezareth or at least A0 Ezareth. If you don't have Ezareth and you have Ingrid and Valara, you have to go for this. And that's not even mentioning how good Pierre is. But for those people that have Ezareth or A1 Ezareth, could you wait and see what's going on with that Infernal Lord? The Infernal team, the same way we got an Esotericist team with the Poison, we got a Cultist team with the Summoners, we got a Northerner team with the Shields. The devs have told us the new team is going to be some kind of Infernal team, whether that's a burn team or a new mechanic, it's coming. So that new Lord, if you want to hold out, you can do it. If you want to wait for the Supreme Arbiter Lord, you can do it. Otherwise, for the other 98% of us, yeah, it kind of is a must pull. And I'm going to unload everything. So that's where I wanted to wrap it up. Tomorrow, or today, if you're watching this a few hours after this video comes out, we are doing a huge pulls party. We have over 20 signups of viewers so far. And then after that, the pulls party with all the viewers will be on YouTube. After that, we'll go on Twitch and do all of my summons. And I actually have a decent amount, 149 Ancients I've saved up. I might run some Malric overnight to make sure that's at least at 150. If we look at my pity, I'm at 76 towards pity right now, so I'm guaranteed to hit a Legendary Lord or an Unnameable. Hopefully I hit Ezareth and get A1. And yeah, 149 bites at the apple minimum when it comes to getting a Pierre to play with. And you guys know how I like to play with my Pierre, at least on the test server. We'll see if it translates to global. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I answered your questions. If you enjoy my content, please do subscribe to the channel. Look out for those pulls parties tomorrow. I think it's going to be a crazy day. I hope you all pull A1 Pierre. I hope you all pull A1 Ezareth. Or if you're saving, I hope you save as much as possible and you get all the Infernal Lords and Arbiter Lords you ever dreamed of. Thank you. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.